Ultimately, it's really just being the identity of infinity, being God, being the one in command, the one writing the script for life. Okay, sure, manifestation, but it's really about just being the conscious creator and no longer allowing old patterns, beliefs, assumptions, unconscious, to rule over you. It's so that we can really just live the life we want to live and like have the life we want to have the experiences we want to have, but in being this identity first as the foundation. Being God of your reality first and foremost, so that the other stuff, it becomes effortless. So that it's not this thing that you're trying to do. It's just because manifestation is already natural. It's already what's been happening since the day we were born. Really since before we were actually born. Our lives are constant manifestation. Every second is a manifestation. So now it's about being the actual conscious creator, predictor, caster, commander, ruler of the whole experience so that we can truly, truly just enjoy life. And like, it doesn't mean nothing perceived negative ever happens. Doesn't mean nothing ever happens to you, but mostly you're living a positive and preferential life. Like your life is mostly what you prefer. Your experience is mostly what you prefer. And then in the face of something that appears to be the opposite of what you prefer, you know exactly how to maneuver through that very easily, consciously, steadily, and it in an unwavering, unmovable, unshakable way. A very sovereign, powerful, successful way, victorious and glorious way. But also to understand, removing the notion that you have to go through all these hard things, because guess what? Any of us that are here in this scene, we've been through enough struggle. Like we've been through the things. And again, it's not that there's never going to be loss, physical loss of someone you love, a change. But honestly, when it really comes down to it, when you're the one that really commands your life and you're the one that understands and trusts your command of life, the rug is not pulled out from under you. And it's not turmoil. There's not turmoil because there's just no turmoil because of how you view things. And when you understand that you are the only creator of your life, and like we've had, in those first couple sessions, that sort of activity, homework, awareness, it's like that I've given, when we kind of work it backwards and we see, okay, this thing happened, good, positive thing happened, good, negative thing happened, and then work it backwards to see what were my dominant thoughts, what were my assumptions, what were my beliefs, my deep underlying beliefs about myself, my self-concept, who I think I am, who I believe that I am and assume I am in relation to all the areas of my life, so that I could see like, oh, I created that. Like everything was going great and then this happened, or this happened easily and that happened easily. And we can see how, we were the ones that were we were the ones somehow commanding that thing. And then whatever was happening externally, however that thing shook out, was based on what we were dominantly thinking, believing, assuming of ourselves and what was happening. So it all came through the lens, and now we're being more aware and meticulous about what lens am I viewing this through? Who am I, what identity am I observing whatever's in front of me through right now? Some things that are happening, things that are not yet happening, that we want to be happening. Who am I being? Okay, through this, how am I perceiving this? What lens am I looking at this through? And then when something is unfavorable or seems or appears to be unfavorable, we were automatically noticing and seeing, like, okay, I'm viewing this in an unfavorable way. Well, how am I seeing this? Am I viewing this thing as something that has power over me? That something external has power over me? Okay. Am I viewing this through an old belief, assumption, a pattern? Because again, when we're really making deep transformation of ourselves, like a very quantum extreme shifts in our thinking, in our ways of being, sometimes there's a little, not resistance, but sometimes it's just like the hump to get over, I guess you could say, is just we're so used to things being a certain way. Okay, we're so used to it being this way. We're so used to this experience. We've come accustomed to this, whether it's something we truly desire or not, it just feels natural. It's the automatic, it's the naturalness of this way of being. So when we're wanting a big shift, when we're wanting to actually change something in our environment, in our health, in our wealth, in our relationships, in our work, in our creativity, in some experience, we have to start at the identity and the habitual patterned ways of thinking and being. And so we recognize it right away. And so when the behavior, the thought, the pattern that has inherently felt natural arises, we have to stop ourselves and say, no, it's this way. No, actually, it's this way now. This is the way it is now. We adopt the identity of you, the version of you that already is naturally and normally having the experience that you're wanting to shift into. But that shift is instant. That shift is not in the future. That version of you isn't external, it's within you. So we're talking about this, we're doing these practices. There's certain themes and concepts of this that I keep repeating because those are the things we've got to like get ingrained. We've got to ingrain that. But until it's ingrained and until it's normal and until it's natural, we just remind ourselves and we just keep deciding. Because our word is law, our decision is the command, and whatever we consistently, all we have to do is just decide to assume something different. We don't need proof. We've decided we're the proof. We're the proof. We're the validation. There's no need to seek something externally. It's all within, and then the within begins to express itself without, but we're not holding on to that external. We're being it. So